Ever feel like your life is buried under clutter, both physical and mental? You're not alone. In a world that pushes us to accumulate more, we often forget the power of less. That's where minimalist rules come in. These aren't just tips for decluttering your home, they're life-changing principles that help you focus on what truly matters. Imagine waking up every day with clarity, purpose, and the freedom to chase your dreams without unnecessary baggage weighing you down. By embracing these rules, you'll learn how to optimize your existence, improve your mental well-being, and set yourself on a path to personal growth and success. Ready to change your life? Let's dive in. Ever thought about what you truly need in your life? Imagine if a fire broke out and all your belongings vanished. Would you be devastated or relieved? This might sound extreme, but it's an exercise in self-knowledge and stoicism. By visualizing this scenario, you gain clarity on what's truly essential. It's all about minimizing anxiety and focusing on growth by letting go of attachment and femmes. I once knew someone who downsized their entire life, influenced by this very idea. They lived by Nietzsche's philosophy of embracing change and detachment. Instead of hoarding, they decluttered, finding peace in simplicity. The process wasn't easy. There were moments of doubt and hesitation, but ultimately, the freedom they felt was profound. Less clutter led to more mental well-being and a sense of vocation. You don't have to wait for an actual fire to make these decisions. Start by asking yourself, if this was gone tomorrow, how would I feel? This simple question can be a game changer for your personal development. Reducing your belongings doesn't mean losing memories. It means choosing mental clarity over chaos. It's an essentialism approach to life, keeping what truly matters and discarding the rest. And here's the kicker. By practicing this rule, you're also practicing a form of digital detox. Just as we can declutter our physical space, we can do the same with our digital lives. Clear out apps, files, and contacts that no longer serve you. You'll find that this minimalist philosophy extends to all areas of life, paving the way for more focus on personal success. Let's dive deeper into decluttering with the 20/20 rule. If you can replace an item for less than $20 and in under 20 minutes, let it go. This principle can drastically reduce clutter and foster a mindset of essentialism. It's not about being wasteful, but rather about prioritizing what's truly necessary. This practice encourages you to be more intentional and proactive about your surroundings. A friend of mine, let's call him John, applied this rule religiously. He had an old pair of shoes he hadn't worn in years, kept for sentimental reason. After implementing the 20/20 rule, he realized he could easily replace them. By donating the shoes, he felt lighter, more focused on personal growth, and less attached to the past. It's a small step, but it significantly improves your mental well-being by freeing you from unnecessary possessions. Applying this rule forces you to think critically about what you truly need versus what you merely want to keep around. It's like a quick dopamine fasting session for your mind. Shedding unnecessary items brings a sense of relief and focus. Plus, it helps reduce decision fatigue, so you can spend your mental energy on more valuable tasks and self-improvement. This mindset shift isn't just about physical items, it extends to mental clutter too. Think of unnecessary worries or anxieties that you can replace with more constructive thoughts or actions. The goal here is not just minimalism for its own sake, but optimizing your existence. Much like Schopenhauer's existential philosophy, focusing on reducing suffering and maximizing happiness. Now, let's talk about the box rule. This is where you take all the items you're unsure about and place them in a box. Seal it up, store it away, and revisit it in 6 months. Didn't miss any of those things? It's time to donate or discard them. This is a great tactic for practicing digital minimalism and self-development simultaneously. The box rule is a gentle nudge toward less attachment and more mental clarity. I remember reading a story about a couple who moved across the country. They put all their maybe items in boxes, which stayed in storage for a year. When they finally revisited those boxes, they realized they hadn't needed or missed a single item. This experience gave them a powerful insight into what they truly valued, leading to greater personal success. Think of this rule as a tool for self-knowledge and personal growth. It forces you to confront the reality of what you need versus what you think you need. Often, our attachments to material possessions are tied to deeper psychological needs or past experiences. By boxing these items away, you're giving yourself the space to process and grow. But don't just stop at physical items. Apply this to your digital life too. Place old files, apps, or subscriptions in a metaphorical box and see if you need them after 6 months. You might be surprised at how much lighter and more focused you feel, both in your physical and digital space. Alright, now let's switch gears to habits with the 2-day rule. The idea is simple. Never skip a positive habit for more than 2 days in a row. This rule is all about discipline and proactivity, ensuring that your journey toward personal growth remains steady and unbroken. It's a cornerstone of Stoicism, remaining committed even when motivation wanes. Imagine trying to build confidence or improve social skills. Consistency is key here. You skip practicing for more than 2 days, you risk losing momentum. I had a friend who wanted to be more confident in public speaking. She followed the 2-day rule, practicing a little each day. Even on days when she didn't feel like it, she never allowed more than a 2-day gap. Over time, her confidence soared, and she became a sought-after speaker. This rule applies to all facets of self-improvement. Whether it's exercising, meditating, or working on a personal project, the 2-day rule keeps you accountable. Key is to prioritize and maintain discipline, just like Marco Aurelio emphasized in his Stoic teachings. And remember, it's okay to miss a day. The 2-day gap, that's the problem. This small shift in mindset can make all the difference. What's more, applying this rule can help mitigate anxiety and depression. By maintaining a routine, you're giving your mind a sense of stability and control, which is crucial for mental well-being. So as we dive into the next topic, think about the habits you want to build and how the 2-day rule can help you stay on track. Let's talk about the investing rule. Prioritize spending on experiences rather than material possession. This rule is a game changer in personal development, encouraging you to focus on growth and mental well-being. Material items can bring temporary satisfaction, but investing in experiences fosters lasting personal growth and self-knowledge. I remember a time when a friend chose to spend money on a trip instead of upgrading to the latest tech gadget. Initially, she had some regrets, thinking of all the cool features she'd be missing out on. But that trip turned into a life-changing experience. She met new people, learned about different cultures, and grew as a person. The memories she made were far more valuable than any gadget could have been. This is the essence of the investing rule, prioritizing long-term happiness over short-term pleasure. This rule aligns closely with existentialism and the teachings of philosophers like Nietzsche and Schopenhauer. They often emphasize the importance of finding meaning beyond material possessions. By choosing experiences, you're not just avoiding the clutter of things, you're investing in memories that shape who you are. This is essential for personal development and optimizing your existence. As we move forward, think about your next purchase. Ask yourself, will this bring me joy in the long run? Or would an experience bring more value? It's about shifting focus from what's easily replaceable to what's irreplaceable. And speaking of things that need a place, our next topic dives into the importance of every item having a designated spot. Next up is the have a home rule. Principle here is simple. Everything you own should have a designated place in your home. If it doesn't, maybe it's time to reconsider its value in your life. This rule is a powerful tool for digital minimalism and essentialism, helping you maintain focus on personal success and mental well-being. I knew someone who struggled with anxiety due to a cluttered living space. They decided to implement the have a home rule, ensuring every item had a designated spot. At first, it seemed like a daunting task, but it quickly became a habit. As their space became more organized, they noticed a significant reduction in anxiety and a boost in mental clarity. This simple act of organization led to a more peaceful environment, contributing to their personal growth and overall happiness. When everything has a place, it's easier to maintain a tidy and organized home, which directly impacts your mental state. Clean, organized space can lead to better focus and productivity, aligning with the philosophy of digital detox. The less clutter around you, the less clutter in your mind. It's all about creating a space that supports your goals and enhances your quality of life. Applying this rule doesn't just help with physical items. It's a mindset shift that can extend to your digital life as well. Make sure your digital files, emails, and apps have a designated home or folder. This approach reduces mental load and helps maintain focus on growth and self-improvement. Speaking of only keeping what's valuable, let's explore the next rule that helps you decide what's truly worth holding on to. Now, let's delve into the 90% rule. This rule encourages you to keep or buy only items that you rate 90% or higher in usefulness or joy. It's all about essentialism, focusing on what truly adds value to your life and letting go of everything else. This approach helps you hone in on what really matters, contributing to both personal development and mental well-being. A friend of mine applied this rule when downsizing her wardrobe. She realized she was holding on to clothes that didn't make her feel great, but kept out of obligation or guilt. By applying the 90% rule, she was able to let go of the just okay items and keep only what she truly loved. The result? A wardrobe that not only looked better but also boosted her confidence and minimized decision fatigue. It's a powerful way to improve your social skills and presence by ensuring everything you own supports your best self. Think about the items in your home right now. How many of them would you rate above 90%? This rule pushes you to prioritize quality over quantity, which can lead to more meaningful interactions and experiences. It's a form of self-knowledge, understanding what genuinely makes you happy versus what just takes up space. This approach aligns well with Stoic philosophy, where the focus is on what truly matters. By keeping only the best of the best, you're optimizing your existence and making room for personal growth. You'll find that with less clutter, both physically and mentally, you have more space to pursue what genuinely interests you. And on that note, let's talk about a rule that helps you stay productive and organized. The 2-minute rule. Let's explore the 2-minute rule. If a task takes 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. This simple rule is a game changer for productivity and mental well-being. It's all about maintaining proactivity and staying on top of small tasks before they pile up, which can prevent anxiety and stress from creeping in. I had a colleague who was constantly overwhelmed by a never-ending to-do list. After adopting the 2-minute rule, he started tackling small tasks on the spot, responding to quick emails, tidying his desk, and even doing brief stretches. This practice transformed his workflow, allowing him to focus on more significant tasks without the mental burden of minor nagging ones. This shift in behavior greatly improved his focus on growth and overall efficiency. Think about all the small tasks you tend to put off: returning a call, filing a document, or even just tidying up. By handling these tasks immediately, you keep your space and mind clear, paving the way for more meaningful personal development. It's about mastering the art of small actions, which collectively have a massive impact on your productivity and sense of accomplishment. This rule is not just about efficiency. It's about creating momentum. By consistently completing these quick tasks, you build a habit of action, reinforcing discipline and focus in all areas of your life. And when your days end with everything in its place, it becomes easier to transition to the next rule, the nightly reset. Crucial step for starting each day fresh and ready. Let's dive into the nightly reset, spending a few minutes each night preparing for the next day. This simple routine can transform your mornings from chaotic to calm, setting a positive tone for the day ahead. It's all about creating a space where you can wake up with mental clarity, ready to tackle whatever comes your way with discipline and proactivity. A friend once told me about her experience with the nightly reset. She would spend just 10 minutes each night tidying her living room, prepping her breakfast ingredients, and laying out her clothes for the next day. This small act of preparation made her mornings feel less rushed and more intentional. Instead of scrambling, she could focus on her personal growth goals, like journaling or exercising, without feeling overwhelmed. It's a great example of how a little foresight can reduce anxiety and improve mental well-being. By implementing the nightly reset, you're also practicing a form of digital detox. Take a moment to clear your desktop, close unnecessary tabs, and shut down your devices. This helps to reset not just your physical space, but also your digital environment, promoting a sense of calm and order. It's all about setting yourself up for success and optimizing your existence. This habit aligns with essentialism by focusing only on what's necessary for a smooth start to your day. The clearer your mornings, the more room you have for self-improvement and personal development. Now that we've covered how to prepare your night for a successful day, let's look at how the next rule ties everything together to encourage ongoing growth and minimalism.